Hello, beautiful human. You clicked on our interview with Cody Simpson. Dan loves him, has a deep love for him and his music. He has a new single out. It's called Underwater. He's a good guy. Known him for a while. We talk music, talk life. We chill. Please leave your honest feedback in the comment section below. We do have a podcast, link in the description, and it would be really cool if you subscribe because we need subscribers really bad. Okay, enjoy. Ha! I got a text. It's from Nobody Cool.
Let's do this. Zach Sang Show.
Zach Sang Show chilling. We got Heather. We got Dan. We welcome Cody Simpson back to the studio.
Hey.
Good to see you.
You too, man.
Thanks for bringing that hat here.
Thanks for having us back.
Feels good.
Or me back.
Yeah, you by yourself this time.
Yeah, I know.
Well, him in the hat.
So you're the boys out here.
What is it like not having Reef around?
Pardon?
Reef, that's his name, right?
Yeah, a lot less eventful.
Yeah, he's
a lot less
fun.
entertaining. Yeah.
Not as
Brings a lot of life
exciting?
around. Pardon?
Not as exciting?
He's a cool dude. He's a cool cat.
How are you doing?
Fantastic, mate.
Yeah, you're living life?
Living life.
Making music?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Are we doing a song a day? Song a week? What's your
Well, we
your
just
rate?
dropped Underwater, which is a single that came out last week, and with a B-side to it called Pirate's Dream, which is an acoustic kind of ballad B-side, and we put those out together, and so far people are super stoked on them. So
Everything you're doing is being anchored in like legitimate music and live music, right? Like even the B-side, right? Like you're doing a stripped down. It's a ballad.
Yeah.
Different than Underwater.
Yeah.
But why was it important to release both at once?
I wanted to, first of all, I just have so much music that I've written lately that I didn't want to just chuck one up first. I wanted to put out, two aspects and two sides of my, artistic sort of vision that I have for myself, which it does incorporate these contemporary, still sort of guitar orientated pop songs that I absolutely love writing, and then these acoustic, singer-songwriter, just songs I write and sing and play.
Technically is.
That I think the people that dig me and that listen to me enjoy from me too, and have for a while, and I wanted to keep that a part of my, I wanted to keep releasing those. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Underwater is a great record.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
When you're writing these songs, I know you read a lot.
Yeah.
Do you get inspired by the stuff you read, and you can kind of catch glimpses of those books in the songs?
Completely. I mean, I take from all kinds of poets and authors and, fellow songwriters and things, and I'm big on taking pieces of imagery, words I like, and incorporating them into my own lyrics and songs and poems and things, and I do read quite avidly, so it's very evident, I think, for those who'd be sort of familiar with some of the literature I read, to hear it in the lyrics. It's obviously hard to condense it all into a pop song, but definitely you get the images kind of flashes throughout.
But so like the Pirates, say the title again, A Pirate's
Dream.
Pirate's Dream.
Dream.
I mean, unless you consider yourself a pirate, is that
No.
Does that? I mean, you could be a
Typically.
pirate in some form, I guess.
Maybe in a past life or something.
There you go.
Yeah. Does that come from the literature you've read?
Not specifically, no, not that one.
Where does that come from? Where
But
does that name even come from?
it's my fascination with life. It was just my fascination with kind of life on the sea or something. Just wanting to. It was a story I wrote about a guy who'd been away at sea and returns back to port, to wherever he's from, and finds his woman again, only to find that she'd been kind of taken captive, and there was a bounty out for her arrest and stuff, and
Cool.
she's this wild kind of girl, and they end up escaping at the end of the song, and
Wow.
that's kind of the basis of the story behind it. So I do enjoy writing these 2 to 3 minute acoustic stories that can accompany these more contemporary tracks that I think offer another aspect of, you know, what I'm doing and what I have to say.
Do you feel like you have to dumb down what you have to say when you're creating the contemporary records?
No, but you do have to kind of make it compact and concise, and, you know, fit them into, you know, a certain time frame and certain beats and certain, you know, situations. I don't mind doing it, you know. It's just another way of writing.
What is your fascination with water? Why water?
Why do you like water so much?
Because you swam?
Yeah. It's just been a kind of intrinsic kind of part of my daily routine ever since I can remember. I think both of my parents were professional swimmers.
I didn't know that.
That's how they met. They met at Olympic trials in 80.
Whoa.
Something. Back in the day.
Yeah, so long ago, in the 80s.
And they, I learned how to swim before I could walk. That's not a saying. I did learn how to swim before I could walk.
Your parents just like
Literal.
throw you in a pool. They're like,
But
all right.
I was in swimming lessons from 6 months or something.
Oh, nice.
And, so that I ended up becoming a competitive swimmer through the majority of my life until I moved here. And between that and like doing a lot of junior lifeguard stuff and like sailing and, you know, surfing and just all these kind of water related activities, I was never very good on land. I've never been good at sports with balls. I've never been good at sports that, you know,
balls.
just required my feet being on grass or like, you know, so it just, I don't know, it's been a crucial part of my life and well-being ever since I can remember, athletically, mentally, like, you know, as a whole. So I can't help but writing about it. I'm drawn to it, and I write about it, and like I don't sometimes feel comfortable if my lyrical content doesn't involve that, because, you know, thematically it just makes so much sense in my head.
It's just like all you know.
It's very easy.
Yeah.
And I like easy.
There you go.
So you're saying your theme is water, right? So your brand is water, right? Your brand is the
Water.
Tide. Water. My New Jersey accent's gross. But the ocean
Thinking
is
about
different.
that Ugly God song, Water. Do you know that song?
Which one?
No.
Splish, Splash.
Oh, Ugly God, you said?
Like a trap record.
Yeah.
But the ocean,
Yeah.
obviously different than a pool.
Yeah.
I feel like the ocean represents a little bit more. Even like this idea that even going back to a pirate's dream, you go out and then you make your way back. It's this idea that like you can look out into the ocean, you can see literally nothing but water for, I mean, almost what seems like forever.
Right. Yeah. No, it's very dreamy, and it's very, I don't know. It's just an exemplar of the interconnectedness of, like, you know, everything. And I like writing about those themes. I like writing about, you know, that's why I kind of called the band The Tide, because it, you know, it's just about the flow. You know, the music for me flows pretty easily, and I wanted the band name, and I wanted the live experience, and the music, and the tone of the music, and you know, yeah, just the overall vibe to exemplify that feeling. And yeah.
So what inspired the song Underwater?
It was one of the first, we kind of jumped back into the studio, and it was one of the first my two bandmates, Adrian and Sharif, or Reef in this case. Quite funny that his name is Reef.
It all connects.
Yeah, good theme. We started working again, and they both started producing a lot in that time. And like when we first started, it was a lot of just all live, and then, you know, they kind of went into some more contemporary production work, and they would just come up with these awesome tracks. And Adrian, my drummer slash producer who produced Underwater, just came out with this really rad beat, and it was nothing but just messing around with lyrical cadences and different, you know, kind of things. It was a real step for me, like especially into more sort of like contemporary pop music, to be putting out a song like this, because it is a little bit more of a contemporary production, and you know, all that. So but I absolutely love it, you know, and yeah, I love where we're headed with it, because, you know, I want things to be fresh, and I want things to be modern, and that's what that is for me, for sure.
Is that the balance, right? Because live instruments are in, rock and roll's in,
exactly,
man.
yeah.
People want live.
Yeah.
They just do. They want people playing the instruments.
Yeah, exactly.
And they want nostalgia, but with a very contemporary feel.
Yeah, they want nostalgia I mean, we all want timeless with, you know, a fresh edge to it.
Of course.
That's kind of where our heads are at with it all. You know, we don't want to be stuck in a certain time period, or we don't want to be stuck in, you know, we don't want to be stuck in the now either, you know. So we kind of draw from variety of,
I mean, that's like
styles.
What is your inspiration? Where does your inspiration start? Because you're taking your inspiration, then you're kind of molding it, right, to fit a little bit while you're still being like creatively pleased on the B side.
Yeah.
Like for Underwater, did it start somewhere else, or did you know that you needed to do a contemporary record?
No, it started with the Adrian already had the track formatted completely, so I was just fitting my lyrics and melodies into it. Cool. So yeah, it definitely wasn't like we'd started on guitar and brought it to this place. Like it almost started, he had there was actually a lot more synths and things in the original version that I ended up replacing with guitars, which, you know, did give it the feel, you know, that we were going for as a group. But it kept, you know, the drums were the same and everything else was the same, so it did retain that really fresh kind of feel.
I really dig the anchor on your hand.
Thanks, mate.
Did you guys feel like you needed to create more pop music to get more people to listen? No,
it's just kind of what we felt going in that time. Like, you know, we felt like we did what we needed to do when it came to doing a more sort of rock inspired EP, and then we went in, and when my head was at, you know, and is at, or has been at, was that's where it was, you know. Just kind of went in. I was like, I want to make this, and I'm feeling this, and it started to pour out even a lot easier than the other stuff did, to be honest. And I'm excited to see where it goes, because, you know, I feel like we just kind of tapped into something really rad.
What's the hardest part about starting a band?
Figuring out splits. I'm just kidding. Publishing credits. No.
That's a part of it.
Finding musicians that gel well together, you know, and I think it's difficult to be like, I'm gonna start a band and let's go audition drummers and let's go audition guitarists. And we did audition guitarists, and we were gonna be a 4-piece, and I was gonna have a backup guitarist, and then I just ended up figuring out it wasn't worth it, and that I could cover all the parts myself, and ended up doing that live. It's a challenge. It's a bitch to do live, kind of, but it's good fun, because it's brought me to a place musically that I didn't think I'd have been at prior.
You need that
as a trio. It's like, I'm like playing rhythm and lead and singing, and it's like, it's great because it's allowed me to improve immensely.
Rise to the occasion.
Yeah, exactly. But there was really no hard part about it. It was very, very natural. Me and my drummer met, and then we went out and played some gigs. We were playing with another bass player, and we were out playing gigs with another band for a few weeks on the road. And Sharif was playing in that group, and they ended up breaking up, and we stole him because we used to go out after our set every night to watch this band play, just to see him play, because he was just up there, just, you know, his long dreads, and he was just shaking them around. We're like, we need to steal this bass player every night. We'd talk about it, and, you know, we like, and then at the end of the tour, this band broke up, and we, Adrian flew to New York and asked him to come to LA with him and start recording. So it's kind of that. Yeah.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're now you're doing this stuff yourself? Like, even in the music video, it's just you. Have you taken on more of like a face of it, and they've kind of taken a step back?
I mean, Adrian's just away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He was just, we had some time off, so we went out and was playing gigs with another buddy of ours, you know. But that was that. But I mean, like, in a sense, sometimes I'm okay with going out and talking about it myself, because I did put it together, and It is my project and was my initial vision in a sense, and they're fantastic, and I'm so glad they're involved in it.
You're Cody Simpson. They're the Tide.
But I am okay with going out and talking about it alone.
I've always wondered, like, if you were to create music as just Cody Simpson without the Tide, would it sound different?
No, I think it'd sound the same because I'd probably still do it with them.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I think you know what I mean. It'd just be a different name, or at least it's what I feel like it would be. I mean, all the stuff I'm making now, I'd probably just be making regardless of what the the name of the artist was, or what the title of the band was, or
How many songs are you sitting on?
40,
Nice.
Album ready?
43,
It's a healthy amount.
maybe 42.
Would you ever bring in outside producers, or are you just working with your crew?
At the moment, kind of working with the crew. We've got a couple other guys that come in and have been extremely helpful production-wise. Like, I've gone out and done a couple sessions that I was just going to be writing for other artists, and then they ended up working really well for what we were doing. So I then brought them to the boys, and we'd build them out, our way and stuff. And that's kind of happened a couple of times. But for the most part, it's been just in-house.
Cool.
How much was that guitar you ruined in the music video? Or I assume it's ruined. It went underwater.
Yeah, no, it was a sacrifice we made, mate. We destroy the things we love the most. I'm not sure how much it was. Enough to be sad about.
There you go.
A sacrifice for the art. If you're doing it for the art, it's all right. Doesn't matter.
Do you all live together, the three of you?
No, we live pretty close though. Adrian and I live in Venice Beach, and
Cool.
Sharif lives closer to Hollywood. But when it's not 4 p.m. on a Wednesday, it's quite easy to get around.
There you go.
For real.
Yeah.
You went back to the beach. You left the beach for a while.
Yeah, I went over to West Hollywood, and then that didn't last very long. Had to
Why?
get back down. It's just like the vibe's different, mate. I like being by the ocean.
I get it.
Do you go out much in Hollywood, or do you kind of stay by the beach?
I go out. I go out. Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm gonna go out with mates, I usually go over to Hollywood. I don't usually stay in Venice that much. It's good fun over there at night. Just in the day, I prefer to be oceanside.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What was that underwear picture you posted the other day?
It was just me in my underwear.
I mean, clearly.
Post shower.
Yeah. All of you. What inspires that?
Pardon?
What inspires that? Do you document that for private use, and then you look at it for a few minutes? You're like, the world could see this
I
one.
just didn't have anything else to do at the time.
There you go. Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that and you're like, all right, you can see a full outline. Was there any question of like, should I post this or not?
I thought about it, and,
And you did it anyway.
Yeah.
and nowadays, man, everything's public.
Yeah. Dude, that's just good content. He's just putting out the content that people want to see.
No,
Yeah.
You're
I
not
love
wrong.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Give people what they want, I guess. I don't know.
Does anybody call you after that goes up?
Surprisingly, no, I didn't get a call. But a couple of mates were like, "What are you doing?" But I didn't actually get a call from my manager or anything about it. I think he probably thought it'd be good publicity or something.
That's good content.
He's like, "Oh yeah, you're showing. You are showing
Very clear.
very clearly, and that's good." I don't. Yeah.
2 thumbs up in the video.
I don't mind it, man.
if you
I don't mind
have
it. I grew up. I was in a Speedo my whole life, so I'm very comfortable in
Pretty much naked.
clothing. Yeah,
very jealous. I
Yeah.
wish I had that confidence.
I'm in a Speedo most days anyway. So
Do you wear a
So-
Speedo still?
at the pool, I swim laps a lot for fitness.
You won't wear like,
I won't wear a Speedo at the beach though.
Got
Not
it.
here at least. Maybe in Europe. Yeah.
but you will post an underwear photo to Instagram. It all
Yeah.
balances out.
No questions asked.
Do you pee in pools?
Sometimes.
What do you think of people who pee in pools?
Pardon?
What do you think of people who pee in pools?
It's chlorinated, kills it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Sometimes you're midway through a training session, and you want to keep going. You don't want to get out.
I don't
Cold
know.
out.
Yeah. I feel like every time I get into a pool, I automatically have to go. So I just go. Whatever.
Right?
Right?
You're lying if you don't pee in pools.
Exactly.
Everybody has done it.
You're absolutely kidding yourself.
But I just want to know if
Say
it's like
you
an
don't.
active thing.
No, it's not like a daily routine. I don't pee in pools daily.
You don't exclusively urinate in
I don't like
pools?
go to pools specifically to pee in them. No.
He leaves his house and walks out.
You just dip into your waist and then you get out?
Get out.
Steal
Yeah.
my business.
You pee, I don't. Yeah, I'm in the ocean more so. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a giant toilet. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
coming.
Do you swim in the ocean?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What else would you do there? I mean,
The
surf,
waves
but
are
like,
rough.
Yeah. No, I grew up doing a lot of those kind of ocean swim races and things like that.
Dope.
Yeah.
Very scary.
You do a lot of that when you're kind of preparing, doing junior surf lifesaving and lifeguarding and stuff. You got to do a bunch of that. I did a bunch of that growing up. Yeah.
How long can you hold your breath for?
Oh, I don't know.
It's a hard hitting question.
I don't know. I can do like 130.
That's
A minute and
Yeah.
30 seconds?
That's really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
You know, well,
And you're alive after that?
yeah.
no, he's died a few times. Here he
Oh my
is.
gosh.
My best mate
lie.
I live with in Venice is a big wave surfer professionally. So he does
Risky.
breathing exercises like daily, because like he'll get a call to go out and go risk his life, you know, the next week, and he sort of has to stay ready for it. So he's kind of brought me in. It's good fun to try because he trains for it quite diligently. So I kind of join him sometimes.
What does he do?
He's a big wave
No, but
surfer.
like, how long can he hold his breath for?
He's at about 3.5.
Jesus.
Wow.
Any less than that, he'd be risking his life, you know.
That's
to not be out. Yeah.
unreal.
How long did
Wow.
you have to hold your breath filming the music video? Because you were underwater for a while, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, that was only like 30 seconds at a time.
Okay.
It was a lot. I was trying to, you know, because I did the whole guitar solo underwater, and that's a good, 30 seconds. But I'd do that multiple takes of that. Luckily I'd had that experience before. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to get that shot. But no, it turned out really rad, and a lot of people didn't really believe that we were doing it. We actually did it underwater, and then we actually played underwater, and then I would sacrifice a guitar in the manner that I did.
But you did.
But I did.
Man, is there anything stressful in your life? You seem to be pretty carefree.
Yeah, there's stresses, but I try not to let them get to me too much. I don't
That's the
know.
life I want to live.
Are you high strung?
None of
Stressful-
you guys are high
There's
strung.
stressful things in life, but like every time I
Yeah.
see him or like see what he's doing like on Instagram, he's just having fun at the beach, hanging out.
It's the way he deals with
Having a
it.
good-
you know
yeah,
what
he's
I
just-
mean? Not
It's all a
everyone is
facade.
like
It's all a
that.
facade, man. I'm a hothead stress case.
Yeah, right. He gets home and just free. Just his entire apartment's just
Yeah.
trashed because he has to let it loose.
No, I don't know. I'm not sure how or why
You live.
I live.
That's what you
Exactly.
do. Underwater is a single that's out right now, plus Pirate's Dream. We don't know when new music's going to come, but it will be coming. You have anywhere between 40 and 43 songs ready to go. Are you still writing actively, even though you have that library
Yeah.
ready for release?
Yes. I'm always trying to beat what's there.
What do you jot down lyrics on a daily? What's your deal?
Most of the time, yeah. You carry around. Well, I used to carry around a notebook, and I just use my iPhone notes.
There you go.
It's a lot easier. But yeah, daily jotting down lyrics and things. Always just kind of trying to beat what's there, and if I beat what's there, just discard the old one, throw the new one in, and yeah.
Do you find yourself writing about your own story or writing about other people's story?
Both. Majority my own, but once it's released, it's kind of everyone else's at that point.
Of course.
Beautiful.
It's kind of hard for people ask me what this or that means, and after a certain point, I don't know anymore. It's just kind of there. It's like out there. It's like public domain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And take it, use it, whatever. It was mine for a minute, but after that, it's not really mine anymore. Once it's out there.
As long as they pay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Would you change anything about your career if you could, like looking in the past? Because you've had so many ups and downs and such an interesting career. So, like looking back on it, would you change it?
No, not a day. At least so far. You have times where I think everyone has times where they look back and they're like, oh, if this didn't happen, then that would be different. And but then that's just
I mean, I guess it's all kind
It's
of
like
led.
a ripple effect in a way, because if one thing didn't
The
happen, it's
butterfly
like,
effect, right? Is
Yeah.
that what it's saying?
Well, of course, but I was always like, so if you obviously have this big fan base because of what you did back in the day, but that also may be preventing other people from giving you a chance.
Why?
Yeah, maybe.
Why? Because they just know Cody as this kid who right now they still see the name Cody Simpson. They're like, I just know him from back in the day. And the music is obviously completely different.
Music, you answer. I have my own thoughts because I've
do you think?
known you for a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you
pre
think?
I whatever. I don't know. I think people have moved. I think people move on over after a certain period of time.
Of course, people move on, but they still might hear the name and they'd be like, I just know him from back then. They won't even realize that you have this completely new sound.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just evolved over time. I mean, people decide they want to check it out and want to come along. They can. If they don't, they don't. There's enough people in the world to, to go around.
Yeah, right?
To all the different artists.
Too many
and
people, some might say.
Enough artists to go around too, and whoever cares to dig my stuff cares to dig it, and who doesn't, I guess. I haven't thought about that a whole lot, but for me, it's kind of just been a natural evolution. And the thing is I'm 21, so I got a whole lot of time.
Yeah, but you've had a lot of time, right? Like
Yeah.
even when you were starting. I mean, now what is it? 10 years ago? 8 years ago?
It was probably 13. Yeah.
If somebody's not going to give your record a shot, if they see it on a playlist or they hear it on the radio because they remember that one Flo Rida record, then that's just ridiculous.
Which was a great record.
Great song, by the way.
Loved it.
But also, I mean, well over it, like 8 years ago. You know what I mean? It was so long ago. So for anybody to walk
Well, it's
into
the same psychology as like, if you listen to, you could listen to Wrecking Ball and not necessarily be thinking about the best of both worlds, or or
Exactly.
Bieber's new track with and not necessarily be thinking about
Only Girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's that same kind of thing, and if you're just consistently releasing solid records and you're consistently sharing and which is what we're doing now, people don't hold on to things that long, I don't think.
Do you think there's a worth in albums?
I think so if it tells a story, if it's a narrative, if it's cohesive and it's I think songs can exist on their own, but I think that it's like if you're a painter, you can make one painting that people enjoy, but you can and if you want, you can go to the gallery and see the whole thing, and that's great too. But I dig both. I mean, it's definitely less desired than they used to be, but I don't think they've lost their worth. Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
but you said something. We don't hold on to things the way we used to.
yeah,
The consumption rate of music is at an all-time high.
exactly.
So the only way you stay relevant is to release a song every few weeks.
Attention spans are shorter, but then by doing that, I think you then build a base of people that are consistently and actively paying attention to what you're doing, and therefore would listen to a full-length record.
You're
that's
right.
not everyone, but and then you'll have the listeners that only have time for one track every month or 2 months or whatever that is, and that's cool too, because they're still hearing it and they're still listening to it.
Underwater, that is a single right now. Pirate's
Underwater.
Dream. Dig it. Final thoughts?
Have you got to congratulate Justin on his engagement?
No. I haven't spoken to him, but very happy for him. I think
Aren't we
it's
all?
fantastic. It's I've known them both pretty well over the last 5 years or so, and they're a good pair, that's for sure. A good match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Are you going to get engaged?
No, not anytime soon, mate.
No?
I don't think I'll be engaged pre-30.
There you go.
But then if I do, people are going to look back on this interview and be like, ha! The same thing.
Get it.
Same thing I said when I was 14. I'll never get tattoos. I said that in an interview or something, and someone made an edit of me saying that, and then a cut to all the photos of my new tattoos. So that may happen. Who
You
knows? You never
liar.
know what's going to happen. Yeah.
Are you cool with seeing old photos of yourself like that?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it's just like a very public Facebook page,
Yeah.
you know. But you can't delete them.
They'll be around forever.
Out there, you know. You start to accept it after, you know, a period of time. You just become so unattached and so unbothered by it that, you know, you just look forward. Yeah.
Did you write Underwater yourself?
Yeah.
All you?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Really is a beautiful song, man.
Thank you, mate.
And I thank you for taking the time as always. It's been many years you've come to do the show.
Thanks
I
for
send
having me.
my love to your sister, your brother, and your mom and dad. The best
you.
ever. Final thoughts. Anything?
Just quick, is radio plays important to you? And album sales and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think important because they allow for, you know, wider reach and consumption of what I'm doing. Therefore, making the shows larger, reaching more people, giving more people the experience you want to give them, helping more, you know, and, you know, if you're intending to do it in the right way, hopefully helping them and by doing that. So, yeah, it all kind of comes around full circle. You know, if these outlets kind of help and expand your reach, it's just, I do care about it. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cody Simpson and The Tide. If you haven't, listen to them. They deserve your ear.
Yes.
Thanks for
mate.
hanging out, man.
Nice. That's nice of you to say.
It's true. I really hope you enjoyed that conversation. If you did, please subscribe and also check out our podcast. There's a link in the description, and also comment and like and do things. Other interviews are on the screen somewhere, so click them. Thanks for watching.